Hi, this is Cecilia Oliveira, and this is How I Got Into Data, a Woman in Data podcast limited series. When I changed careers, I didn't expect to find so many people that do not come from a traditional data or STEM background. There's so many incredibly interesting stories. This Women in Data podcast spin-off is about representation, diversity, and finding your own place in the data world. It has been 3 years since I transitioned from hospitality sales to data analyst, and although it felt like I was throwing myself from a cliff and hoping data would catch me at the bottom of it, I couldn't be happier with the choice I made. I had the chance to chat to some amazing women who wanted to share their stories. They're so inspiring, and I hope they inspire you too. Enjoy! Today, I have a very special guest who has been a part of my life for so long, my dear friend Carla Rodriguez. Carla and I go way back to our days in hospitality school, and over the years, we've both transitioned into the world of data. In this episode, we'll dive into her fascinating journey from hospitality in the mining industry to becoming a successful entrepreneur in the data field. We'll also discuss the challenges she faced as a woman in a male-dominated industry and the invaluable lessons she learned along the way. Get ready for an inspiring conversation that highlights the power of trusting yourself and embracing change. Hi, Carla. So, not many people know this, and Carla is actually part of my life from a very, very, very long time ago when we were both babies, let's be honest. Carla and I went to hospitality school together. I don't want to say how many years ago because that's gonna make us that's gonna make us feel very old. But a few years ago, and we are obviously friends, and we have been friends for all of those years. And we only realized that one, I had moved into data, and so did she. So I thought, who else can I bring in? Of course, I need to include Carla in this section. So, do you want to tell everyone first what you're doing at the moment?
Well, I'm the owner of Agilisa. Depends how do you want to pronounce it. We are CRM experts. We implement and improve sales and marketing processes. We handle data for that a lot. We work with a CRM called Pipedrive and many other tools in the ecosystem, so our clients can improve their sales processes, sell more, prospect better, and so on.
Excellent. It sounds really interesting and very diverse. So tell me, when did you realize you wanted to move from hospitality?
Well, I was working in the mining industry long time ago, and we handle all the hospitality for the miners, the people in the mining. It was a huge operation, and they opened up something called Lean Six Sigma. It was like company program. I started there, and that was my first touch with data, actually, because in Lean Six Sigma you have to handle millions of data points and analysis. And then with the time, I changed my role. I started in consultancy, and then I realized I wanted to help businesses, small businesses, actually small and medium businesses, and I opened up my company. So that's the story shortly. But I jumped in a program that was maybe not for me, because there were a lot of engineers, a lot of engineering mining, I have to say, that apply. We were like 20 people in the program. It was a program around the world, and there were 2 women, and it was very interesting. I have been in these surroundings like many times, like being the only woman in the room, or maybe one or 2. And definitely it was a program for me, because I try to use my experience and put it into this new world for me, and I love it. I couldn't stop from there until now to do these kind of data projects or technology projects.
Cool. I remember when you told me that you were going to work on a mine, I thought, what is this woman doing? Oh my God. And then I remember also the whole Six Sigma thing. And that to me at the time was so foreign. I'm like, I don't understand what she's doing, but she's clever. She'll figure it out. She'll be fine. I feel like we kind of touched it a little bit, but you did the Six Sigma course. So was that one of the steps that you took to get into data?
Yeah, it was. I think it was one of the first steps I think that's the origin, the main origin of everything now.
And what do you think was the scariest part of this whole process? I mean, you have been, I feel like you've been doing it for such a long time now, but I guess that in the beginning, what was the scariest bit of it?
I think it was as a woman starting doing projects for mining, which has to do improvements, analyzing data. It was that thing of building trust, trying to build trust that someone that comes from another place, or it's actually a woman in mining, which is something as also it's not common, to build trust to engineers that are not from your field, and they know that. So one of the things that it cost me a lot. I had to do it. I did it, and I think that's the biggest challenges I got back on those days. Right now, it's a different story. I think we have done many things and show that we can work in technology.
I'm thinking about, we haven't spoken for a bit of time and we haven't spoken about that period where you were working in mines, but I remember how it made me feel at the time, and now reminiscing about it, how different it makes me feel, because I remember at the time thinking, like I said before, oh my god, she's crazy, what is she doing going into a mine all full of men? It's gonna be such an oppressive environment. And now when I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, she was a trailblazing. She was incredible. At the time, perhaps I was a little bit scared for you. And now I'm thinking, she's so incredibly strong, because she is.
Yeah, right.
And I already knew that, but I just feel like it's how our views progressed. And as you said, how women in the workplace has progressed. And it's also part of building that trust. I mean, coming in as a woman in a field, the mining industry, that's like a double wham on this.
Imagine 14 years ago. Now it's a different place, right? Still, we have a lot to work.
So, what do you think would be the most important advice you wish someone had told you at the time when you started thinking about this?
I think you have to trust yourself first and believe what you're doing is what you want and has value. This is the most important thing that you need for everything. I mean, at the beginning, when I started my own company, Agilisa, I had also doubts of myself. I have to say, sometimes I doubt myself until now on many things that I start in my company. So I think the best advice is trust yourself. If you don't trust your idea or you don't trust what you're capable of, nobody is going to.
That is so true. We all have that imposter syndrome. I mean, it's been talked about and dissected in a million ways. And so there's no point in going further. But I think that what you said, that you have value, you have to trust yourself, basically go for it. I think it's so important. We all know this, but we always need someone to tell you, someone to have it in the back of your ear going, don't worry, it's fine. You're doing great. You are adding value. You can trust yourself on this. And this is so, so, so important. Carla, tell me, what are you most proud of in your 14 years career into data?
When I finish up a project with one of my clients, I'm proud. I love to see the change and impact the client's processes, business processes. That's catering a methodology and a practice and deliver results. That's what makes me very proud. And also to grow the company. Now we have a couple of consultants that work for us. So we have been growing a little bit. And that also actually has that nothing to do with data, but to manage my own business is also something that I am proud. But in data, I love to see how other businesses change their minds about how to see their own databases, organize it, understand it, arrive to insights, being able to see to see, to have visibility, which is something that some companies that they don't have, focus on data, they don't. They lack of visibility, and this is very important to take decisions.
Absolutely. I think you should be proud of yourself. You should be proud of managing your own business, having your own thing. I think it's so scary and it's so tough. But, and also seeing the delivery of your project to the client and seeing how it impacts their day-to-day operation and decisions in the future, and seeing them grow, and with that you grow. I mean, your company grows. So that's a very inspiring thing to see.
It's very nice also to build those relationships with people trusting us to do that. This is also something that I love, to build long-time relationships with our clients, and also be able to show other consultants to do the same. This is something also I love. I mean, to bring new people to the company. I have recently, I have a new person in my company. Also, I am showing how to do things, delegating, and he loves also data. So I'm also very happy.
Excellent. Is there something else you want to add, Carla?
I think if changing careers is something very scary, but if you have something saying trust yourself and jump. Also seeing if there is enough water in the pool, right? You have to jump carefully, but do it. Maybe one advice is to start a project in the backside. I mean, keep your job and start doing on the side. This is what I did always, and it works. I mean, you keep safe with what you're doing now, and you start step by step on the side. It takes effort, but it's going to help you get more confident and change your job or your career if you're looking to.
Absolutely. Carla, thank you so much for your time. We're going to have a quick chat offline now because we haven't caught up in a very long time. But thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, Ceci.
Thanks for listening to How I Got Into Data. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe for more content. Remember, your feedback is important to us, so please leave a review if you can. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.